Alright, so I'm Trevor, and this is scenario 1. So we're going to log in with username. The username is jwise, and that's the password. Then we're going to go to display all the courses he's created, which are under edit course. So as you see, he made Python. So you want to go into that course. And then here you can see all the topics. And then he wants to pick the loops section, which is section 4. So you can see all the information for loops printed out. And then you want to add a subtopic. So we're going to do option 1 and add a subtopic on while loops. And then enter subtopic info should be like alright, and now we're going to add a question based on while loops. So the question is going to be, what are while loops? Or make it easier, when do while loops loop? And then answer, here we have to enter all our answer choices. So we could do never, Cooper's keys are broken, never, only once, while the condition is true, or forever. And then the correct answer would be number 3. And now we've added both of these, and we can go back home and log out and quit.
Okay, so this is scenario 2. Scout is going to log into her account. So Scout has already finished the JavaScript course, so she's going to display her current courses, select JavaScript, and so she's going to view her grades. Look, she has 100%, amazing. She's going to go to print certificate, and when she does that, we get a txt file with her certificate, her grade, and yeah. So then after that, there we go. So then after that, she is going to enter her Python course, which she's already enrolled in. So she's going to select Python, and you can see it says continue course. And so she's going to continue, and boom, she's on the for loops topic. So she's going to go to the topic options, and she's going to take the quiz. So let's do 1. That's correct. Populating array, correct. She doesn't know the answer to this one. She really likes hash maps, so she's gonna say you should use hash maps. Oh, and she also still really loves hash maps, so she's gonna go hash map. Oh no, so she got a 50%, a 0.5 out of 1. So she is really upset about that. She's in a bad mood now, and she's ready to make some damage. So she's gonna exit the quiz, and she's going to display the comments. And in the comments, she can see that someone named Allie Anderson has made a comment that these loops are throwing me for a loop. So she is going to view comment replies to that. So she's going to view those replies, and so now she can comment on that comment. So her comment is going to be, loops are for loopsers. Yeah, so she commented on that, and when you display the comments, you see there's a reply, and you can view those comment replies. And so you can see under the comment replies for the first comment is loops are for loopsers by Scout.
In the course, we want to print it out to a file. So we're going to view, okay, well, I definitely hit 3, Cuba's keyboard. View topics, print topic to a file, and then we would like to print loops. And then we should open it, and then boom. Let me move the terminal. There it is. And then she can exit to home and log out.
I am Kuba, and I am here to show you some cool things in the Git Rekt LMS that were not shown in the previous 2 scenarios. I will now create an account, because in each other scenario you've seen logging in. Well, I forgot to run it, so let's do that. Now, like I said, I will create an account. My first name, Kuba. My last name, J. Email, j@gmail.com. My username, Jacob Kuba. My password, I'm a secure guy, so 1, 2, 3. Am I going to be a student or an author? And I am going to be a student because I live like a student. Now, see if we can display current courses. This will not display any courses as I have not enrolled in any courses yet. So therefore there are no courses. So let's exit to the home and see what courses I can register for. I know someone told me I should learn Java, and I think that starts with a J, so let's search for J courses. Oh look, there's 2 different courses that start with J, but Java was the one I wanted. Now, maybe I can enroll in this course. There's an if statements topic here, and a subtopic about if statements. Good info. Now, let's go back to the topic. Now, that wasn't very helpful, so let's exit back to the home. Actually, I did learn a lot, but nonetheless.
So here we have our UML for the LMS. To start, here's the UI. It has all of the menus that we would need and just ways for the user to get through the UI and for input and output. It's connected to the LMS, which is the facade that connects the UI to the rest of the classes. And so then we have data loader, data writer, and they are connected to user list and course list. So these are the ways that we update our JSON files and save courses, edit courses, and do the same for users. So that's all connected to JSON. And so then connected to the user list with an array list of users is user, which is an abstract class. And so we decided to make it abstract because we didn't want anyone to ever have a generic instance of user. They're going to either be a student or an author. And so right now we have it as student is a user and then author is a student. So we wanted to make it this way so that with student being a child of user, a student is a user, and then with author being a child of a student, the author can have all of the functionality of a student with just the added specification of being able to make courses. So in this scenario, a student is a user and an author is a user, but an author is a student, but a student is not an author. So over here we have course progress. Every user has an array list of course progresses. This is how we keep track of what courses they're in and their grades for those courses. This is connected to file writer so that when we print their certificates, we can have access to the grades and their completion status. And so then we have over here course, which is obviously connected to course list. And so then that has a array list of topics and array list of students. So course is connected to topic in that way because it has an array list of topics. And so then topic can have comments and a topic has a quiz. And then obviously topic has an array list of subtopics. So here is the code for our LMS, starting off with the UI. So as you can see, we have all of our menus here, and then the constructor, and then our first run statement, which connects to the next menu interaction, and then menu interaction connects to every other menu interaction. And so we have ways of quickly displaying menus, getting different types of user input, and validating user commands. So most of these are connected to the LMS to really edit the information and objects that are being accessed. So this is just an overview of it. Lots of menus, lots of input, so just a lot of leading them through the proper pathways that they want to go. And then we have the LMS, which is very succinct, it's basically just our way of connecting to the rest of the classes. So we have current users and access to user list here to really get back to all of the other classes and edit and access all that information. So next, let's go to data writer and data loader. So as you can see, we have just a lot of different methods for for writing information to the JSON files for most of our classes, just ways to make sure that they're getting put in JSON. And then data loader does the same, but taking it from JSON and parsing it to make sure that we can load those objects into our LMS. Let's go to course. Actually, let's go to user. So user's right here. So user's an abstract class. So basically just has most things you would want a user to be able to do. Mostly getters and setters and then somewhat of actions, but most of the actions are going to be, most of the actions are shared by author and student, but there are some certain things that change for them, such as creating courses. So the main difference is the creating courses option. Student does not have fully developed ways of doing that. They mostly are just returned as invalid. You can't do that if you're a student. So then with courses, we have, it's a array list of topics, array list of students, just ways of displaying and editing those getters and setters. That's basically about it. And then let's go to, what should I go to? I don't know, topic? Topic and subtopic. So these are, just ways of editing and doing all that with our topic. Very short, 6 things per subtopic because it's just a name and info. Course list. So here's course list. It's basically just a singleton that, is a singleton, and you can do some stuff with it. So it's just, these are some methods for how we interact with it, get students into those courses, that kind of thing. Same with user list. This is how we get students logged in, signed up, all that saved to the JSON, so that interacts with data writer, data loader. Same with course list. That's probably about it. Course progress is important. So course progress is where we store their progress, obviously, and it's just pretty simple, just a way of keeping up and updating their information in that sense. We have quiz. Quiz. Here it is. Editing grades, calculating grades, editing the quiz itself, question, array list. So this is where we check if the information that is passed in is correct, and GString concatenate all of that information for output. So I guess that's about it.